Welcome back to Donington Park at round 3 of the Bennetts British Superbike Championship. And after an incredible race 2 here on the Grand Prix circuit, back on the podium for FHO BMW Motorrad, it's Josh Brookes. Josh, it's been a difficult weekend, fair to say, given your results at the previous round, but it was great to see you back up at the front in that race. And possibly one of the most exciting races we've seen in recent times. Talk us through it, because you had a very good view of all of the action.
Yeah, we'd made some good progress in the morning warm-up, so I had high hopes for the race, and then I got off to a decent start, but just sort of found myself kind of getting mixed up with other people, sort of like riding rhythm, and I sort of lost a few places, and it didn't seem like the race was sort of developing how I thought it would. And then I kind of got in my rhythm, and I found the feeling with the bike and started making some passes and started to come forward, which was good. But by that point, the race had really sort of spread out a lot. And then we had the red flag incident, which bunched everybody up, and then it was just chaos. You know, I feel like maybe I should have paid a ticket in, because it got some entertainment, that's for sure. But I was trying to be as part of that action as much as possible, but I kept, again, like other times in the race, kept finding myself in the wrong track position at the wrong time, and kind of, yeah, just sort of like messing up opportunities. But yeah, I'm just buzzing to be back on the podium. It was a great race. I was glad to be part of it.
And normally, I know you would say that the safety car interventions sometimes ruin your race rhythm, and you're a sort of a rider that likes to keep in that rhythm for a race. That kind of seemed to play into your advantage a little bit during that one.
Yeah, exactly. I know I haven't got the answers for it. Normally, I would hate that situation, because it seems to upset the tyres and the bike and how the race sort of progresses. But for today, the situation worked in my favour, so hallelujah.
And after that race, you take the championship lead into race 3. How much are you looking forward to having another go at it this afternoon?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, because I know now I've got a bike that's more competitive, and then we can maybe even make a slight adjustment with some of my comments through that race to the mechanics, and you know, we stand in a better chance to then fight harder in the last one.
Good luck for this afternoon, Josh.
Thank you. Ta.
Claiming his first ever Bennetts BSB podium for Lamy OMG Racing Yamaha, it's Ryan Vickers. Ryan, an incredible race, and like we were just saying with Josh, it was so tough out there. You managed to get into the lead group after the safety car period, and talk us through it, because you've never been on the podium before. You had the opportunity to secure that, but it still looked like you were having a look at Jason over those last few laps as well. Talk us through it and the emotions afterwards, please.
Yeah, it's an amazing race to be part of. You know, it had a good grid position, and you know, it's one thing that really helps in this sort of game where everyone's so close. It's been on the front 2 rows, and we got a good start. I got away, and you know, spoke with the guys, and we just wanted to get a good couple of laps on the rub belt, get settled, and that's exactly what I did. You know, I didn't rush anything. I actually let the leading group go a little bit. I lost a bit of time to them, but I wasn't panicking, because I knew that, you know, from yesterday's race and the 12-lap race, and however many people came back to me at the end, I knew that there was going to be some sort of tyre degradation. So I just wanted to be that really preservative with it, and it paid off in the end. You know, the safety car came out, and it actually upset my rhythm a little bit. It brought me a little bit closer to the lead group, but I was actually catching him at the time, and I think by the end of the race I would have been there anyway. But you know, the tyre was just a bit different after the safety car, but I just had to use my head. It took me 2 laps to really get the tyre feeling good, and then I had Jason in my sights, and I see a little gap, a tiny little gap opening up behind me. So it was nice. I could actually just run the flowing lines, because on the Yamaha it's really difficult when you're riding in a pack and you stop starting, because the bike doesn't really like it. So I was able to ride the bike properly. I pulled back in Jason towards the end, and you know, I had a little bit of a gap there, and it's difficult just to bridge that bit. He was stronger in other areas than me. So yeah, it was just I maintained the gap, and if there was to be a mistake or anything, I would have been there to capitalise on it. But I didn't over push, and just brought home the 2nd place. But it's an amazing feeling for my first one.
And you've obviously been no stranger to the podium in the sport classes, winning the Junior Superstock Championship. But how much does it mean to be on the podium in BSB?
Yeah, I mean, this is what I've dreamed of since I got on the Superbike. You know, it's been a tough year. We've been very close a few times. I actually got on the podium here a few years ago, but got a penalty and got pushed back. So we've been so close so many times. But you know, it's I feel like I'm really in a good position to fight for the podium consistently. You know, I'm still nowhere near 100% fit with my wrist, and thank God for painkillers. It's getting me through. But yeah, we're there or thereabouts now every time. So I think now just progressing on through the season, we just need to use our head. This last race isn't going to be easy for me, so we're just gonna chip away, and hopefully we can just build on this now. You know, I've got a belief in myself. I've never dropped that, and the team have too. So we're going to continue working in this way.
Congratulations, Ryan.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
And becoming our 5th different race winner of the 2023 Bennetts British Superbike Championship for McCamb's Yamaha, it's Jason O'Halloran. Jason, it must feel such a great feeling after that race to be back on the top step where we know that you're capable of being after a season that so far has given you so much torrid luck. Talk us through it and what it was like to be part of that race.
Yeah, it's been for sure it's been a difficult start for us. Every weekend I felt like we've had the speed. It's just for one reason or another it's not come together, which has been frustrating. And it just seems to be when you get on a bit of a bad run, it's hard to turn it around. So from the start of this weekend, I felt really good. All the free practices, I felt great. And then yesterday afternoon's race, again, just one of them things. I didn't have any grip from the start, and I couldn't really. I was sitting duck the whole race. So frustrating because I felt really good. The bike was feeling good, and we just didn't have the grip to go with it. So to turn that around today, I felt great. Felt great in myself. Managed the first half of the race, could see the guys ahead of me and was just sort of controlling how far back I was, trying not to use too much tyre. And then when the safety car came out, I thought, bloody hell, I've had 3 seconds behind me and I think I just got into third. So I thought, oh, now I'm going to have to fight for it again. And I just made sure I kept moving forward rather than backwards. So got to the front, got my head down, did some decent laps and managed to hang on to it. So yeah, great day for everyone at McCamb's Yamaha.
And do you feel like when you have a win like that in such an incredible race where the positions are changing so much that it almost makes it more of a victory than perhaps if you'd won from lights to flag, even though it's no easier?
Yeah, like when it's a frantic race like that, it's always, you get a buzz from it at the end of it, especially when you win. But to be honest, the first part of the race there was lots of passes, but you sort of forget a lot of them because you're focusing on the race. But after the safety car, I knew I had to get by Leon and try and get by Tommy, and I managed to do that within a couple of corners because I knew behind me there was going to be a lot of passing going on with only a few laps left. So yeah, we got it done. Feel good. See if we can improve a few areas for this afternoon. We've got a lot of strong points on the track, but a couple of points where we need to improve. And we can do that, we'll be good.
Congratulations, Jason.
Cheers, guys.